Yeah. Have you got any doubts regarding that? Okay. Can you see my screen? Yes? Can you see my screen? Just a minute. Now, can you see my screen? Is it available? My screen. Just a minute. Now, now visible, right? Yeah. So, what is an SAP? Yesterday we know that SAP is a system application product. SAP is stands first in ERP world. What is meant by ERP? ERP nothing but enterprise resource and planning. What this enterprise company will do is they will create applications. They creation of applications. ERP is nothing but creation of applications. What type of applications? These are not Android applications. These are not Android applications. Applications which are created with respect to business, known as ERP applications. Okay. In SAP, in SAP, in ERP world, SAP stands first in the table. First in the table in the sense first rank. Followed by what is the second position? What is the second position is Oracle. This is in second position in ERP world, and there are lots of other ERP companies which produce the business application. Some others are Sybase, IBM, PeopleSoft. These are all ERP companies. Now you got the point what is meant by ERP companies. ERP companies are nothing but creation of applications with respect to the business are called business application, and these are called as ERP companies. ERP companies never create 100 applications. Okay, they are not simple applications. So ERP applications. So SAP stands first. The naming convention, it's a system, application and product. Never say SAP. You got the point. Never say SAP. SAP is a big blunder word which is in spoken in German language. So never call SAP. So let's see something architecture. How is an architecture will be like? SAP architecture. Systems, then after applications, system, application layer, then after database. Systems are nothing but general terms. We know what is nothing but systems nothing but desktop or some other things which maybe comes under into the picture. Systems are nothing but the user interface nothing but desktops, laptops, mobiles. All these are nothing but systems, isn't it? What are the application layer? Application layer is nothing but these applications layer unless we create you cannot see on your desktops. So there will be a applications. What are the applications? General term in our daily life we are using some applications. They are something like Book My Show, WhatsApp. All these are simple things. But when coming to the SAP, they create also an applications. Those applications are known as business applications. And what are the applications they have? If your company is running on real estate, they have a real estate app. If your company is on oil and gas, because Dubai, Singapore, Emirates, Kuwait, these are all oil-based company. For those people, the people who are running on oil and gas, they have a separate in SAP. They have a separate application created for oil and gas. So they name it as a oil and gas application. For the persons who make sales is nothing but you have a company something like a TVS, Maruti Suzuki. They make a sales of their company, sales of their cars or something motorcycles. So sales application, SD, sales and distribution. If you had a marketing, you have marketing application. If you have in your company you have lots of employees, so to maintain all these employee details in a very compressed manner and in easy manner, so obviously you need an application. So obviously you have an HR application from SAP. So like this there are so many applications in SAP. There is not anything that is which is not present in SAP. So if you go for oil and gas, if I go oil and gas in Oracle, you won't find this oil and gas application. So why SAP made to be first is these are the consideration, because in SAP you have lots of business application, nearly 500 applications you have, nearly 500 plus applications are there so that every business can analyze the data in easy manner. Okay. Next after, now you got the point. What is the system? Systems are nothing but desktop, laptops and mobiles. And what are the applications layer? Application is layer is nothing but a creation of application and maintaining those applications, isn't it? Creating only application is not enough. For maintaining those application you need some software. Okay, that is nothing but a application layer. In application layer, SAP has lots of application. They have created 500 plus application all over the world, and all the companies are now top 500 companies, Fortune 500 companies are using SAP applications like oil and gas, SD, marketing, HR, finance, GTS, EHS, all these applications. Okay, these are these many types of application made. SAP stands first with another Oracle stands to another, all other followed by Sybase people. So these are follow under the SAP. Okay, next after the database. So earlier SAP don't have its own database. So what these people have done is earlier they have tie up with Oracle and MS SQL. So earlier they won't have money. Earlier they won't have any database, their own database. So what this SAP people has done, obviously we know that if there is a system and application layer, obviously you need of a database. But for SAP they won't have their own database. Because of that, SAP what they have done, they have keeping a tie-up with Oracle or MS SQL. Oracle is from Oracle Business and MS SQL from Microsoft. So they have tie-up with these people and ask we want your Oracle database to run our applications. So they have done, and up to 2010 they have running this application layer on Oracle or MS SQL. Okay, any of this. If the client is very good, if they want to use Oracle, they will give Oracle. If the client is interested in MS SQL, they will give MS SQL. In this both, anyone they can select. But by 2011, our SAP has got into a thing. They have got a brilliant idea. Why we want to use other databases? SAP thought, why we are using other SAPs and it is waste of cost and investing their money on other companies. They came with a brilliant idea. Why don't we have our own database? They came up with an idea. Why won't we create our own database? So they got a brilliant idea, and the engineer of SAP, they have created a database called HANA. They created a database called HANA. So what is an HANA? Just a minute. HANA. So HANA is a database which is, this is our SAP's own database. HANA is nothing but high performance analytical appliance. Okay. So now how our SAP is comes into the picture is systems, application layer. Application layer is all our SAP applications, and database. What is the database our SAP using is HANA. Now you got the point. What are the applications? Now how these people create these applications? They will create these applications with help of a programming language called ABAP. Applications are created with a programming language called ABAP. And these ABAP people, according to the companies and clients requirement, they take the requirements from the client, and according to the client requirement, they create these ABAP reports. Okay. Now it stands at the application layer. Now for these applications which are created by the SAP and given to the client, now the persons should have to know about the applications. So the person who have knowledge on applications and the person you should have the knowledge on application, and because he should have to enter the data according to the application. Simple example, I can say you Book My Show is an application. For Book My Show on application, who are the functional people? Customers are the functional people, nothing but we are the functional people. And how we will enter the data? So entering the data is nothing but entering the data into Book My Show is nothing but opening the app, entering your name, your email ID, your address, and booking the ticket. How to came to know all these things? Because it is a simple application which can be understood within a 1 minute. So here you stands as a functional people. If you come into the real world of SAP, there the application which are created, something like gas, marketing, HR, these applications are business application, because you cannot make it to read in one day or 1 minute. It's take is a regular practice. So it is taken in nearly 30 days or something other days to run an application. So the persons who are been in SAP applications, those people we call as an functional people. Functional people. What these functional people will do is, these functional people will able to know the applications which are created by the ABAP people, and these functional people on daily basis they will enter the data. Entering the data is nothing but what are the business application means. If you had a business today, today 3 employees were joined. So on their desktop there will be an SAP application. In this application, and they will enter the data. Today 3 employees were came for interview and 2 of them were selected, and interview is taken by Mr. Devender and 2 of them were selected. These all details were entered by the functional people on the in where he will enter in SAP application. So entering the employees details is nothing but what application comes into the picture? HR application comes into the picture. Okay, because employee salaries, employee payments, all this comes under HR applications, isn't it? In the same way, if they are marketing people, if the some of the customer has came into your shop or into your showroom and he asked for I want a Renault Duster car, so what you should have to enter into the system? You should have to enter into the system so that what you will enter, the customer has been came into the shop, customer name, customer age, and what he is going to buy. He is going to buy Renault Duster. All this we will enter into the SAP application. And what is this SAP application comes under into the marketing. So SAP has created all these things, all these applications, so that the functional people enter the data into these apps. And after entering the data into the application, obviously where it comes into database. It comes into database, all the details. Now when you open the database, what are the details you will find? Mr. Devender has picked Mr. Devender, and the customer name is Ramna Reddy, and the car he has selected is Renault Duster. The color of the car is red, and the engine he has selected is 1.2 liter engine. All these things were appeared in the database, so that the owner of the company, the CEO of Renault company, can check into this database and he can analyze. So in Hyderabad region, what are the how many cars were sold, and what are the income have get per the day. On this day, how many cars were sold, and what is the revenue generated by Hyderabad branch. In the same way, in this database, what is the data will be saved? In this data, we will have lots of countries, because Renault is a international company. In this database, you will find US data, India data, UK data, all over the world the transactions will be happen through the same application layer. So in this database there will be an US, India, UK and all other countries where the Renault has been running its business. Now we'll have a point. Yeah. So now now we are talking about database. Now we are talking at database. Earlier you understand what is an application. Applications are created by the ABAPer peoples, and those people were called as technical people. And the next point is functional people. What these functional people? These people will read the application and they are able to know the application, how to do transaction, where to do transaction, what type of conditions they should have to give to enter the data. These functional people will know about that. Those people were called as functional people. And the last layer, which is nothing but a database. What is in a database? We know that SAP had its own database, and the database is called as HANA. Okay. In the company, what are the data will be in the database? Just we taken an example that in this database we had all countries data: India, UK, US, China. All these companies data is there in database. For suppose I will take an example, something like my client. Client is nothing but client is nothing but the company's owner or company manager, anything, the project which have given to us. Now client is want to know, he want to know that that he want to see what are the transactions has been happened in India from 2015 to 2016. Okay, 2015 to 2016. The client is given the requirement that at early morning, see every client, what is the business timings generally? Just we take an example, from morning 10 a.m. to night 6 p.m. This is the business process. Every day business will be run from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Next day morning, when the client comes into his chair and if he want to see the reports, you want to see the reports, isn't it? Yesterday how many transactions were happened? Yesterday from India how many cars were sold and what is the profit he has been get? And you want to analyze from China what is the cars Renault Dusters were sold and what is the profit? From UK what is? So what is the duty, what he is expecting, that is you want to see certain amount, but in database what I had the all the data, isn't it? In India, in UK, US, all the data in single database, that is HANA database. But the client want to see separately, India separate, UK separate and US separate. This is nothing but, what is this type of analyzing is nothing but called as business warehouse. And these were are also called as OLAP systems. OLAP systems. So just don't get confused. Just understand the business scenario. First application layer, then first systems, application layer and database. In this database, all over the world data has been there in this database, isn't it? Now client want to analyze the data according to the India, US, China. Okay. Now I will explain a simple example to you to understand what is this, why the client want to understand separate. So in ERP world or in any IT world around the world, every system, IT technology system has been divided into two type of systems. One is OLTP systems and another is OLAP systems. Okay, what is OLTP systems? Let me discuss about OLTP system, then you can clearly understand what is this layer and what is this layer. OLTP systems are nothing but online transaction processing. Online transaction processing. OLTP systems are nothing but online transaction processing. What is mean by online transaction processing? The online transaction processing are nothing but real-time entering of the data. Real-time entering the data is nothing but, suppose yesterday I said SAP is nothing. SAP is implemented in India. So many of the companies. One of the big company which is implementing in the bank sector is SBI. SBI is using their SAP system. So when the SBI, so in daily there will be crores of transaction will be happen, debits, credits all over the India. So many people will do online transaction, isn't it? Online transactions are real time, because at the time you will enter the data will be reflected on your, if you have scratching your data from ATM, obviously you will, money will be detected within seconds, and you will get it the message into your, where, into your mobile, that 200 rupees has been debited from your ATM. So these are nothing but, what is that happening? It is happening in a real time, isn't it? Scratching the money, getting the message. These are all the real time systems. Nothing but online transaction processing is nothing but the data which is happening, or data which is entering at real time. If you take into your showroom something like Renault Duster showroom, so many people will come daily, and at least 2 3 4 cars will be sold. So the people will enter the data that 2 cars were sold. So this is nothing but the OLTP systems, online transaction processing. Then what is OLAP? OLAP systems. OLAP systems are nothing but online analytical processing. Online analytical processing. What is online analytical processing? See, now you, suppose I will see a simple example, nothing but you went to a nearest ATM, that is SBI ATM. You kept your ATM card and you entered that you have amount after in 10,000 rupees you have withdrawn with 5,000 rupees. Okay, after withdrawing 5,000 rupees, obviously what you will receive, you will receive a slip from the ATM. If there is no slip, if you not received the slip, what you will do? So that you will, you think that, yeah, what, voice is breaking? Now is it fine? Okay, yeah. See, now, okay, now you have entered the ATM, and but you didn't receive the slip saying that you have withdrawn remaining amount. So without making the transaction, like entering the 500 rupees and withdrawing, is nothing but a OLTP system, and receiving the slip is nothing but an OLAP system. What we will do with OLAP systems, while OLAP system is naming convention is saying is online analytical processing. Online analytical is nothing but doing analysis. Doing analysis is nothing but, okay, you had 10,000 rupees, among that one 5,000 rupees were withdrawn and remaining balance is 5,000. It is shown in on the paper. Now what you will showing on the paper, so that you will take the decision in this as, okay, among the 10,000, 5,000 rupees were was withdrawn and remaining balance is 5,000, so that for daily I can do 200 rupees of my expenditure, so remaining balance I can make easily adjustment, I can make my food, all these things. So with that simple paper you are doing lots of analysis. If you want, when you are going ATM, if you don't receive that paper, that slip, then what you will do, you cannot do nothing analysis, isn't it? Just keep your money into your pocket and you just left the ATM, isn't it? So in every business, just think of the business, in every business and every IT world, they need OLTP system. At the same time they need OLAP systems, isn't it? Just old OLTP system just making the transaction is not necessary. Okay, it not make a big sense, but you should have to analyze the data that making by the OLTP systems. Now you got the exact picture. See, I will say another example, like in the same way, the Renault Duster, they have the all in this database, they have all the data which is India, UK, US, China. Okay. But he should have to analyze. Analyze is nothing but an OLAP systems. OLAP systems are nothing but the client. He want to analyze that is 2015 to 2016. But is in this database, how many years of data is there? Renault is started in 1980s or something, you think it is started in from 1990s. So in this data, what is the data has been there in this database? It is 2015 to 1990s to till date 2016 and today's date, because today is also some cars will be sold at anywhere, any country na? So today till date in this data. But what the client want to see, you want to see only from 2015 to 2016 data. So what we people are doing is, among this entire database, we are giving the according to the client requirement, nothing but the slip which is getting from the ATM, isn't it? With this slip you can analyze yeah, among the 500 withdrawal and 500 is remaining money, so that I can make today I can make 100 rupees expenditure and tomorrow I can make 200 expenditure, so that for this month it will it can be okay for with this 5000 rupees. In the same way, we should have to give the slip to the client, isn't it? This slip is nothing but what is in general term, SAP term, we call it as an reporting. Okay, nothing but reports. Okay, at the early morning when the client is coming to his seat and when he open his desktop, he should have to see the reports. Okay, he will give the requirement for us what type of reports he want to see. So what is the requirement he is given? 2015 to 2016 data he should have to see. Early morning by 9 o'clock when he log into his company, he should have to see the data 2015 to 2016 report. Okay, this is nothing but OLAP systems. When you will do OLAP systems, isn't it? So data will be happened from 9 a.m. to from 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Easy. Okay, do you understand? Yeah. Generally, the every company will run 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Okay. In this, when they are doing transactions, all the transaction will be saved in the database. Okay, after the completion of business hour, we people comes into the picture. Now we are nothing but what the people we are called, we people are called as techno functional people. And after the completion of business hours, what we will do, we will analyze the data which is in this database, and we will hand over those reports to business client. So this is where these are the real-time systems, because these are the business hours na? From 9 to 6 p.m. the all the real-time data will be saved in this database. Okay, after the completion of business hours, what we will do is, we will copy the all the data which is in this real-time data into our OLAP database. OLAP database OLAP database, and according to the client requirement, we want 2015 to 2016 data. We will make all the modeling. Okay, all the modeling is nothing but, what is the mean by modeling? Yeah, obviously it is a modeling, because in this we have 1990s to 2016 data, but we are trimming the data only from 2015 to 2016, nothing but a modeling, isn't it? We do the modeling and we will report our we will handle our reports to client, isn't it? You got the point. What is OLTP systems and OLAP systems? OLTP systems are real-time transaction processing, because entering the data, all this will be in real time. OLAP systems are nothing but, after the completion of business hours, we will bring the data from one database to other database. Bringing the data from OLTP database to OLAP database is nothing. Why we are doing? Because according to the client requirement, we have to do the data trim, and we should have to give the reports to the client. Okay, Now, yes, yeah. OLTP system is, I will say simple example, something like you went to a ATM now. Suppose you have went to ATM. In ATM you have done 500. You will obviously, when you are going to ATM, you will see an application, isn't it? That is nothing but an application. The desktop, on the desktop, what you are seeing is nothing but an application. In this application, what you have entered, I want to withdraw 500 rupees. Okay, this is a front end. Okay, application is created by ABAPer, and the data which you are entering 500, you are nothing but a functional people. And in the backend, what is happening, you don't know, isn't it? The backend is nothing but an ATM box backend. What is backend? Which will do, the machine will, what the machine will do, the machine will calculate all the things. Yeah, this person has withdrawn 500 rupees among the 1000 rupees, and the remaining balance is 500 rupees, which is calculating, the backend is system is calculating. Okay, the system is calculating this remaining balance is 500, and it will generate the one slip, and the slip is remaining balance is 500. With this 500, this slip, with this slip you will do the analysis. So what I'm going to say is, this ATM, and you are entering the real-time data na, functional people are entering real-time data. Okay, so entering 500 rupees is nothing but a OLTP system, and the backend it's analyzing happening, isn't it? Analyzing, system is analyzing remaining balance, it all calculating and giving the report. These are nothing but a OLAP systems. Okay, OLTP is a real time, and OLAP is a not real time. It is a historic, because you will know when you're typing 500, you directly won't get a slip. After the completion of transaction, you will get the slip. It will means that OLTP is a real time and OLAP is an historical one, because after completion of the transaction, you are getting the result, isn't it? In the same way here also, after the completion of business hours 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., after all the company will be closed, there will be no more transaction or no more selling in your showrooms, isn't it? After that, we people are bringing the data from this database to our OLAP database, and we are trimming the data. Why? Because in this database there is 90s to 60s data, but we want only 15 to 16 data. We are trimming. Nothing but we are at the back end of the ATM. Indirectly, what is nothing but we are the back end of the ATM, and we are generating the slip. And what is the slip here? Here we are called it as a slip, but according to the business transaction and business language, we will call it as a reports. Okay, here you are in this customer, nothing but we people are seeing the slip and analyzing the data, something like 500 is remaining, so that you will take the decision that I should have to save my this 500 for this month. In the same way, client, what we will understand, okay, from 2000 to 2015 the transactions are very low, so he will increase his business. Okay, from 2015 to 2016 only 10 cars were sold, so will what the decision he will take, for this time my business is very low, it is only 10,000, only 10 cars has been sold for this 2016, so I should have to and should make my business very rapid, and I should have to give discounts so that customers will come and they will take more cars. Okay, without OLAP, customer cannot analyze. Is in the same way, without slip you cannot make anything, isn't it? Yeah, now you got the point why OLAP is more important. Yes, buddy. Hello. Do you have any doubts with these sessions? Yes. After OLAP is nothing but after the completion of OLTP, isn't it? After the completion of your ATM transaction only you will receive the slip, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. Yes. Getting the money is OLTP, and getting the slip is OLAP. Why this OLAP is nothing but to analyze. Without analyze, so if you don't receive the slip, you nothing will be analyzed, isn't it? Would you take any decisions? You cannot take any decisions in the sense, because if you receive the slip, see, just take an example. If you receive the slip, that is the 500 rupees has been remained, then you will take a decision something like, oh, with this 500 rupees I should have to manage entire month. How you came to know? Because of this slip. If this slip is not there, then you, what you will do, you just keep that 500 rupees in your pocket and you will just leave, but you will never make the decision. But this isn't a simple daily life, but this isn't a business, because the business will runs in the billions and crores, isn't it? Obviously you should have to take the decisions, isn't it? You should have to take the decisions that how is business should have to be increased, isn't it? Today this transaction is very less. With he will analyze, and he will analyze the business transaction per the day, and he will take the decision, okay, for the day there is very business transaction is happening, so that he will take what he can make decision whether he will want to do the discounts, or whether he want to increase the offers. All these things will be taken by the client. Okay, so for the business, the client, if he wanted to take the business, he should have, obviously he should have to take the part in OLAP systems, isn't it? Okay, what is OLAP system? What we will do in OLAP is we will do just modeling. What is the modeling in this? Entire the data, entire from the scratch. Client won't want to see entire one, isn't it? He want today's or tomorrow's or from this year or earlier year. He want to analyze only these things. You can, according to the what the client has. Yeah, that's absolutely right one. Okay, so now you got where we people stand at. We will stand at the database level. Okay, so here we no need of any programming language. When you are choosing for SAP HANA, here we need no need of any programming language, but little bit of SQL is needed. This is our childhood SQL only, not the advanced SQL. This is where childhood we have at our BTech level we have read SQL na. Those SQL, even though without this SQL we will achieve our target in the sense client requirement. Without programming language we can achieve 95% we can achieve without writing any SQL or any programming language. Okay, if without hello, just a minute. Yeah, without programming language, without using any programming language, we can achieve the client requirement. I hope your network connection is low. Yeah, my network connection is high because it is 100 Mbps. I hope it's a problem with side you. Yeah, so without using programming language we can achieve the client requirement 95% without programming language. If there is a high more typical has been came something like you will give the condition, in India I want this region and the filter should be like this like that. You will give some requirement which is impossible, we cannot do the modeling easily. Okay, in that case we will use some basic SQL, that is only 5%. Okay, what I'm going to say is if you no need of any programming language. Okay, what I'm going to say with this example is no need of, don't worry about programming. Okay, without programming we can achieve 95% of the client requirement. If in any scenario, in a very high end scenario which you cannot solve, then we will go into the programming to solve that issue. Okay, so could you please say if you had any doubts from this today's session? What are the today's session we have discussed? Systems, applications and database. In database, what are the database SAP had its own is SAP HANA. Okay, and the systems are divided into two types. One is OLTP and another is OLAP. OLTP is nothing but a online transaction processing, which are nothing but real-time systems, and OLAP are nothing but or offline, and nothing but historical analysis. Historical is analysis is nothing but after completion of OLTP, we do analysis after the completion of OLTP. These are online analytical processing. Why the client will go for this? Because he want to analyze his business data. Obviously, he should have to go for analysis. Analysis is nothing but OLAP. OLAP is nothing but SAP HANA. Okay, got the point? Just tomorrow what we are going to discuss is, I will just give you an architecture. Systems, application layer, and this is OLTP system. For OLTP system, there should be a database, isn't it? There should be a database. Okay, this database. Okay, from this database, if the client want to analyze, the data should be moved from one place to another database, because this is a OLAP database. OLAP database. Okay, tomorrow what we are going to discuss is, what is OLTP database, what are OLAP database, how are the clients using. These are all real-time systems, and this is analysis system. So how will be OLTP database, and how we should have to bring this data from this database to this database. Okay, till 2 more days we will go with this architecture only. We will just go with the subject. Once we go into the practical, you will get entire clear picture. Okay, no need of getting confused. Today what you people have to do is just go through and Google it, what is OLTP systems and OLAP systems. You will get a clear picture with diagrams. Okay, if you had still any more doubts, please come in the next class. I will definitely explain that. Could you please say you have any doubts from the today's session? I will clear it out. Okay, in future after T4 classes we will get into exact picture of what is SAP HANA, but till now you just concentrate on the architecture system, apps, OLTP systems and OLAP system. Already you know SAP systems, apps, but this is the picture where we stand now. So today you should have to Google it, what is OLTP systems and OLAP systems in SAP. Okay, thank you. Yeah, this for this type of, there will not be any material. The material will be starts at HANA level. When I teach HANA, then you will get in the material. These are not the, these are the general terms which are, these are a daily life na. These are the daily life things I am going to explain you to understand the IT. IT sector is the people who are here are new to SAP IT na, SAP and IT also. Some of the people they don't know have good idea of IT. IT is like information technology, where this type of systems, applications and database comes into the picture. So these are the general terms. These are with a very basic class. So I am explaining these terms will be used in the HANA. So before you get, you won't get confused. I earlier have said OLTP OLAP na, then you will get in a clear picture when I am saying these terms in HANA. Okay, you just Google it and you will get an entire picture. Still won't you get, still there is a confusion, I will clear it out. I hope I have said the very best examples and I think you have got the exact picture. Yes buddy. Okay, yes, I didn't get you. What? Yesterday I said no, functional people. See, I will say with experience. If you had a 3 years of experience in ABAP, you may get package of 4 lakhs to, for freshers they will, we cannot say for freshers they will start with the basic price of basic salary of 20,000. Okay, this is for the people who are technical people. Technical people is nothing but programming people. The salary they will get, these are the salaries which are with respect to the salary money website is there now, you can check in that also, you will get the same information. And for the person functional people who had the 3 years of experience, he will get nearly 5 to 550 or 5.50 or 6, rarely this is a 6 higher. But when you come into the HANA or something like the picture where we are, analysis, because all these things are important, but analysis is more important for the business because client should have to take the decisions. Here we are the heart to the company, analysis is the heart to the company. If the same 3 years of experience, you will get nearly 6 to 8 lakhs. These are all per annum. Okay, got the point, buddy? So these people are also important, but we are the more important because with our data only the client would take the decisions how his company should have to be run, isn't it? Yeah, that's the why we are have been very we have very respective in this SAP world, and we are very efficient and very important in this SAP field. Okay, still more any doubts? Yeah, you can say don't keep the doubts with you. Okay, those type of things we will discuss in phone. Okay, experience all these things we will discuss it phone. Still, according to the subject you had any doubts? Okay, okay, buddy. Thank you.